AITA for uninviting my daughter to our Christmas gathering? Originally posted by Electronic Gas 5769 in r Am I the Asshole on November 11th, 20. Updated December 6th, 20 and October 30th, 22. I edited the first post to use the names op uses in the next two posts instead of initials. An NBSP. Trigger warning. Cheating. Loss of a loved one. Less than. Mood spoiler. Both sad and happy parts. Less than. An NBSP. Original. November 11th, 20. An NBSP. AITA for uninviting my daughter to our Christmas gathering? Bear with me. I am on mobile. I am a mother of 4 children. 2 older sons and 2 younger daughters. All of them are adults and have moved out a long time ago. I have always been close with my daughter Sally, while Penny has always liked to have her own space, which I don't mind. They're both beautiful, talented young women that I thought I couldn't be more proud of. We're having early Christmas this year. First week of December I was inviting everyone around for Christmas dinner, gift giving and the lot. When I phoned Penny yesterday to clarify a few things, she mentioned that she and her husband would not be coming. When I asked, she said that they had separated for now as he had cheated. I said that it was surely better to spend time with family if this was the case, and maybe she should come home for some time. She ummed and ahhd, but then eventually she told me he had an affair with Sally and they had been seeing each other for the past 2 years. I felt sick. For the past 6 months in our talks, Sally has alluded that she had been seeing someone and was typically girl in love. I uninvited Sally to the Christmas gathering and blocked her. I don't know if I'm able to deal with her before Christmas, but this is family time and family can't hurt each other like that. I'm at a loss in all honesty. Penny is now coming, which is good because at this time she needs stability of people who love her. Emo. The problem is that Sally naturally thinks I'm in the wrong. It's none of my business, and as her mother I can't block her and remove her from the family. My sister thinks I shouldn't get involved in their personal lives, which I think is BS. My daughter needs us right now. But then she tells me I have 2 daughters to think about, which I think isn't true. Sally has forfeited that right ATM. Thankfully my husband is liaising with Sally ATM, but he is also in solidarity with me. So are we in the wrong for uninviting a daughter for Christmas? Edit. My husband showed me that this had gotten a lot responses. Too many for us to answer them all, but we will be reading through before bed. A small update. Penny's Mill found out. While me and her have only spoken a few times, she did dote on Penny, and I know Penny got along well with her. I haven't spoken to her personally, but I know she phoned my daughter and was really supportive and crying. My sister said that if Sally isn't invited then she isn't going either, which is fine by me. She wasn't invited in the first place due to the pandemic. Otherwise I've been working and doing some crochet, so it's been quiet. An NBSP. Judgment. Not the asshole. An NBSP. First update. December 6th, 20. About 1 month later. An NBSP. Hello all. My Christmas gathering was yesterday and my son and husband wondered if I would post an update for you all. It's been rather uneventful, but I've been equally surrounded by warmth and love while also feeling heartbroken and lonely. So first of all, since my post, my husband has been teaching me to use Reddit. I've really enjoyed being in some craft communities. Smile. My daughter Penny has been staying with us. She works from home. My husband and eldest went to get some more of her stuff from her old house. Penny's mother-in-law, Jane, was there and was very helpful and sweet. She also bought some mint hot chocolate for our Penny and Christmas candles. I know they're her favorite. From what Penny has told me, Jane is having similar feelings to me. A lot of guilt over our children's decision to hurt people we love. I think at this point we have to accept that we did our best raising them. But they're adults now, so we can't beat ourselves up. Penny and Jane are going to stay in touch. I think Jane truly does think of Penny as a daughter, friend. Smile smile. On to some more negative things. I wrote my letter to Sally during this time. I expressed that I was extremely disappointed and also disgusted. While I will continue to have a relationship with her, she won't be welcome to any family gatherings with Penny present unless Penny has met a point in her life where she feels comfortable. I told her what some of you had said, that not taking a side would be a side, and that she had, for all intents and purposes, already uninvited herself when she was so cruel to her sister. Sally had apparently come up on Friday and knocked on the door. I was out shopping at the time. My husband spoke to her. Apparently, Sally and Michael, my son-in-law, are going to continue their relationship. I will not support it in any way or form. She may be my daughter, but that man is not welcome. I am supporting Penny through the divorce. And if Sally ever expects money for the wedding or a house, then she's a very naive girl. My husband sent her away. After which Sally said we'd have to get over it someday. Otherwise, the Christmas gathering was lovely. It was strange not getting drunk and playing board games due to COVID. But still a pleasant time. My hip hurts from the cooking, loudly crying, but husband and Penny did the cleaning up, so who's the real winner? I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for your kind words when I last spoke to you. Heart. Edit. I know some are concerned about COVID, but please know that we live in a country with very few cases and we met within government guidelines. An NBSP. Second update. October 30th, 22, almost 2 years later. An NBSP. Update. Hello all. I hope this message finds you well. A lot has changed since I last spoke with you all. So I would like to update you because I am finding things a bit difficult right now. First of all, Penny is doing well. She met someone new about a year ago. They're incredibly supportive and sweet. And they made such an effort in getting to know me and my husband. Penny was still living with me when she started seeing them. So I got to watch their relationship develop, and although Penny is a grown woman, I couldn't help but be reminded of when she was a child and having crushes. It was very endearing, and I'm glad I got to witness firsthand the smile her new partner gives her. Penny also got a new job and has moved to Ireland with her partner. Sally and Michael have continued their relationship. I don't have a lot of love to give Michael. I am civil enough, but frankly, it is difficult for me to become invested in their relationship at all. Michael recently asked my permission to marry Sally, which was disrespectful, to say the least. Penny still lived with me last Christmas, so again they were not invited. I am not hosting this Christmas and am instead going to go visit my eldest son. He and his wife had a little boy at the beginning of this year. They've asked me to stay with them for a little while so I can help with the cooking and cleaning, as they have been struggling a little bit. Finally, my husband passed away 9 months ago. He fell while on a walk and hit his head, and was there for some hours before someone found him. It's been a difficult transition, to put it mildly, being a little bit on the older side. I've lost a fair few people in my life, and while I did grieve, I always had the strength to continue. Losing my husband made me realize how much I relied on him. Not just to take the bins out, or pick me up from choir practice, but all the times I was angry, sad, and overwhelmed, and he was there for me. When other people passed away, at least you get moments of respite in the grief, where you just sort of forget they've passed. With my husband, there are only reminders. Every time I wake up alone, when I now have to take the bins out, when I have to cook a meal just for one person, there's not really a moment of peace in this grief, and I have found it very difficult to deal with. It's his birthday at the end of November. And there was another moment of grief as I had to get rid of my notes for birthday gift ideas in my notebook. Everything has just been so painful to deal with, and I just cannot stop crying even after all this time. I just can't even stand to think of the good moments I shared with him because it just hurts too much. I know there's not a correct way to grieve or time limit, but I just feel like I've got to get up and start looking after myself for everyone around me. I really want to thank any of you that read this. It's been incredibly helpful just to be able to share my feelings a little bit. I hope you all have been doing well. Kind regards. An NBSP. Reminder: do not comment on the original posts or contact the original poster. I am not the original poster. This is a repost. The more time I send on Reddit, the happier I am that my family is boring and drama-free. After spending too long in just no mill subs, it's nice to see such a supportive mother and mill, but very sad to hear about OP's husband. Wishing them and Penny all the best. I hope Sally and that poor excuse of a man get the karma that's coming to them. God damn, that poor woman, that poor family. Oop sounds like a lovely person. Her last update made me tear up a little. I wish for her happiness with all my heart. I was really happy she was supporting Penny. And then I got to the end and was super sad. With my husband, there are only reminders. Every time I wake up alone. When I now have to take the bins out. When I have to cook a meal just for one person. There's not really a moment of peace in this grief, and I have found it very difficult to deal with. It's his birthday at the end of November. And there was another moment of grief as I had to get rid of my notes for birthday gift ideas in my notebook. In the words of Tessa Schaefer, you've got to remember that grief isn't the absence of love. Grief is the proof that love is still there. Damn. Was just expecting some run-of-the-mill family cheating drama. And then the last post hit like a gut punch. Life gets heavy sometimes. That last update was heartbreaking. In some of my dark moods, I admit I have thought about what would happen if I ever lose my wife, and it drives home the point. How adrift in life I would be without her sane guidance and boundless love. I only wish the best for Oop and her family. Minus Sally and Michael, of course. Going forward. If he can cheat to be with you, he can cheat on you. Hope Sally has a support system, other than her family, that will offer her a shoulder to cry on when she too is abandoned in favor of another. Michael recently asked my permission to marry Sally, which was disrespectful, to say the least. Did this man really think that the woman who doesn't even allow him in the house and has told his daughter to break up with him for 2 years now is going to give him her blessing? She's like, no, you don't have it. And you were more sincere when you ask for my other daughter's hand. But thankful I don't have any more daughters. So I guess this is the last time we will talk. And I won't get in the way of your wedding. Mainly because I probably won't be there. Okay, bye now. I would love to go to the wedding to heckle. Do you reuse the vows from your wedding to her sister? Sally, now that he's married to you, watch out, you know better than anyone that ring is no barrier for him. Oh, good to see the exact same people here at the last. No need for a photographer. We can just Photoshop the picture from when he married the bride's sister from the last one. Oh, glad you kept the decor from the last wedding. Just cross your sister's name out and put yours in. And the best. In Nene Leak's voice. Close your legs to married men. Quote. I just don't understand siblings like this. I wouldn't ever think of doing something like this to my sister. You have to be really selfish and entitled to think in any way that this is appropriate or a good idea, and then to expect to just keep on within the family. Oop was right, which used the word disgusting. Oh God, I just want to hug her. The story would have ended on a happy note with the second update. But then the third one came and, oof. Oh no. That ending. Oops sounds like the sweetest woman. And has had so much upheaval in a short few years. During the beginning of the pandemic no less. Wish I could give her a hug. Oh gosh. I feel so bad for Op. Op seems like a lovely person. I wish Op and her daughter Penny for the best. Sally and Michael are just terrible for what they did. My sweet mama died in March. And reading that last paragraph was the first time I felt like someone heard me. Since red heart smiling face with tear. That last update is so sad. Oop made the right choices and was the mother we should all be so lucky to have. I hope she finds happiness after all of this. She deserves that much. Looking forward to Sally finding out Michael is cheating on her.
Oof.
Michael is such an SOB. The audacity to ask Op the permission to marry Sally as if he got the permission to screw his wife's sister from his mill. Such jerks. I hope they both get what they deserve. Ew. I feel like on the list of things not to stick your penis in, wife's sister has to be top 3.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.